All right, Philip Lawrence Sherrod, poet, going to read to you 7 poems from der Mae'Stro'S posthumous papers. 7 poems in a row. Me picking up, thinking it was you. But Helen always evaded my silk-screened efforts, always fashionable, decorative and maybe two-dimensional. Her heart set on some such scheme of talking forever, telling me of her love, and if one only falls in love at 17, going through all the details as if she'd missed something about our past, punishing me, why I never understood how much she cared, as if the present state of time didn't exist, ad nauseum, and not letting me open my mouth, going on about things that maybe never were, yet for her were consequential, verbal necessities ad-libbed and ad-hoced. What a load of earth-laden maiden, and never missing a beat. Not characteristic of dementia, schizophrenia. Paranoid at halfway house in White Plains, planning her escape through phone calls and love's tryst, seduction of wanting to use the goodies as breast-laden, romantic visual material, complaining one to be no longer fit for human consumption, left me dismayed and rather uneasy, like some master plan of planned obsolescence within old age. Psychological interventions left me feeling weak at the knees and out of breath, her saying she only smoked 8 cigarettes a day, telling me the story of a guy in New York City with black lung affair, and how the doctor had told her her lungs were pink as baby Jesus. Me doubting doctors' scheme of what's the name, ever said that, must have been trying to put a make on her, bragging she still has best jugs in northwestern county, and the time that she left the motorcycle helmet at my place, me not having the heart to tell her it's still here, that she might insist I buy her a Harley horse 30-thou bike and abduct her all at once. Poem 2. In a way, shotgun in mouth, both barrels loaded with double O literal 7s, words like turds and feces oriented, like present-day suicidal citizens, the literal boundaries are placed too tightly, without a moral conscience, and no one is responsible for the greater causes. Being George Washington's second great ex-nephew by marriage, I hereby pronounce male independence from all things steady, and I am inclined to moral words and flesh corruptions, and so help me God, being as I have such a tenacious will and bite of present-day pit bulls, leaves the rest of you in fear, or fearing me at least from my wholesome perspective and understanding, says you and George Schultz. And Hemingway are dead, both inclined to peanuts and preposterous whirls like word play, word smithing, and word pounding into horseshoed acceptance, obsessively controlling the greater thoughts and feelings and a grandiose word monger, if you will, to get across my little comprehensions imaginatively gone awry. The world and its people have become too brutally real, at least for the tendered feelings of a word-hoarded genius, so be it, to lecture to the uneducated, streetwise infidels. You cannot create a third world conscience, at least to luxuriant moral malapropisms. I can, being gifted literal linguist, understand right from the moral wrong, at least in my literal lifetime, like Blake, not but God's be my witness, finagling the word in New York by fat cats not gonna get it done, and most certainly leaves some subject matter floating in the canal rotting, as uneducated carcasses behooves both your kin and mine, of twin towers falling, failing, and pseudo-patriotism trying to collect for PBC's smoldering, damaged lungs, hearts, souls, out of 12-gauge roadkill. Poem 3. In one of south of borders, darkest corners, hallways, Alejandra's waiting with one big Mexican grin and handing me a gift for me, hot licks tequila flavored with worm, and tall syrup, insect larva, and artificial flavoring, market number 7518950000094. Gringo sucker, saying, try it, you'll like it, and with no options. Her eyes highlighted like Mexican hat dancer, 1945 Mexican jumping beans. Remembering the Alamo with guns blazing got me to here. And now, your hot lips and caramba, her tiny waist full-blown and pregnant, is it mine? Me asking in broken Mexican, her eyes flashing indignantly, her saying, I'll give you an oral hotfoot. Me smiling, me saying, yow. Her dark eyes melting my banker's attitude, her saying, my husband 'tis fine. Oh yes, how is he? Me fumbling with change in my pocket, feeling the quarters bigger than yesterday's, brings me to Cajona Wednesday, her licking my imaginative lips. I just got back from Tijuana, me not verbally going there. Her suntan skin looking marvelous, reminding me of my Oklahoma past. Then suddenly she said, see you later, gringo, and giggling walked away, me realizing what a lucky man I am to have been born basking in southern females with full lips, brings me to 21st century's philosophical question. Was she right when I went too far, me trying to make her bottom lip fuller in 24th Street portrait? Her walking away as qui exol culto princess, me remorseful for departing daughter's D.O.B., her looking warm and tawny, with that off-shoulder white tenderness, realizing why the Mexican flag meant so much to me. Green, white, red, an eagle holding writhing snake, in 6th grade, about to bite me as Montezuma's revenge. Never knew how much of my love of Rembrandt would lead me into dedication of Mother Nature, with sensitive highlights of human nature, and Parisian de la Chaumet's French concerns for Provence of Lorraine, and gifted with blood of Lillian Cochrane, full-blooded Scot, a fighting terrier, at least but not last, Sherwood Forest, and a back-road bandit robbing the rich and giving to the poor, says you, Johnny. But C.M., giving me Il Parataio, Rosa di Toscano, proves of my alcoholic attitude and my regal knighthood, and no AAA rehabilitation, not to mention, like Rehoboam, son of Solomon, king of ancient Judah, don't believe it. If you don't look it up, me confessing centuries of sin, you walking into that one, didn't you? It's like being a sucker punched or broadsided by sot-drunk sodomite, making the rounds in Gomorrah, with miniskirt flouncing and hot pants revealing savage tattoos at edge of disasters, a kind of rubbed pimply surface reminding me of the worst kind of diseased fleurs, maybe like drunken boat found floating in Central Park's small pond, without Malian mask, or a little boy's gun-runner tendencies, perhaps just a reminder that the gods still exist. Like in modern Greece, would behooves us to recant for love's sake, like bad memory, all this, putting pressure on DNA's alignment, spiraling out of anyone's control and leading to innumerable delusions by us and others. If you don't believe it, look it up. Everyone's has a right to speak up, and Elena Alicia de Castro, my second wife, said that Rembrandt ain't all that, and Rembrandt's work reminded her of dark and dirty, scroungy rat, and, well, it does look like earth-brown soup. Nothing's like my sister, or crazy razy, or corroded copper bronzed, or the like, but standing in harbor, glorified by human feminist sentiment, symbol of some gross empowerment of woman, allotted interest now proclaimed to be seventh ancient wonderment of the world, square-jawed, crown of thorns, nose like Gus Lesnevich, also of naval concerns, look of copacetic alphabetic concerns, where being aesthetic reminds one not to get up till Sunday. From page headlines, AM New York, Monday, March 5th, 2007, Baloney 2, De La Chaumet's, The French and Me. It all happened last century's internet vote, says Weber, looking in wonderment. Wonder lady, comic strip goddess, rotten as hell, inspired by seduction, a symbol both indulgent and uncomfortable to the male species. Another reminder of unfulfillment amore, where woe man creates herself. It's not like only remaining symbol, pyramids of Giza standing stoic amid grains of sand. And not unlike Colossus of Rhodes, gone forever from Stonehenge to the Panama Canal to the Great Barrier Reef, all noteworthy images. But Statue of Liberty? Give me a break. Woman's do-gooder holding the torch for who ain't coming home again, and who wants it, standing without Victoria's Secret and no frilly willies, but dressed in socialist, communist garb of the working class, saying America We know who you are. You innocent bastards. And you heard it first from the horse's mouth, cars bumping them out of human use, for with this common tread and symbols placed, there will be no more foxy browns. And fox hunting shall be come dog lusting after somebody's bitch's wife, be it the evil government or president in delusion and illusions made run rampant. Give me liberty or give me you, Uncle Sam. All right, Philip Lawrence Sherrod, poet, reading to you from Der Mae'Stro'S Posthumous Papers, New York City, December 15th, 2011.